Alrighty, let's see what we got today. Some campaign features. Shuffle the castles. Haven't seen that one before. And include sale. I think sale is, yeah, everything's 1 coin cheaper. And the castles, can I tell the order from this? Look at that again. No, so this is the standard order. They're just all in cost order. I assume that's not the order they'll actually be in, if they're truly shuffled. Okay, so a lot of victory cards. For draw, there's Nobles and Magnate. King's Court on a cantrip would also be net draw. For villages, there's King's Court and Rustic Village, and Nobles. For plus buy, well, so you can't buy multiple things per turn. Weaver can gain multiple cheap things, but there's not that much in a cheap price range. So this looks like it's probably going to be effectively a single game kingdom, huh? Hmm. And then trashing. Well, there's Cage, which in some circumstances can be pretty strong trashing. That might be less true here. If it's a single game kingdom, there's going to be, like, most of the kingdom, I think, is going to be a greening phase where you're scoring from a pretty early stage, and then you buy a cage and you're probably popping it almost immediately. Huh. So Battlefield is one I normally have banned because it puts a enormous amount of pressure in a lot of cases on just scoring quickly. Might be less true here with Colony around. I'm thinking something like gain some Weavers, get Guildhall, and then Weaver gains silvers 2 at a time. That comes with 2 coffers. Rustic Village can even activate the Weavers. You discard cards with Rustic Village. The Weavers trigger off of discard. Something like that. Now, usually, flooding your deck with silver it's all right for getting to provinces, but pretty bad at getting to colonies. I think the extra coffers from Guildhall might make that strategy function just fine here. Yeah, I'm thinking Weaver and Cage. I know I just said Cage isn't going to be that great here, but I wouldn't mind at least temporarily getting thin, and then pump the deck full of Weavers and Rusty Villages, and then start buying green cards. I think that's where this is headed. Oh, you know what? I just totally forgot that sale was a thing. I clicked Weaver on the $4 turn, but functionally that was like it's like a 5-4 split, not a 4-3 split. So this could have been Weaver into 5. Maybe it should have been Small Castle Weaver actually, with the power of hindsight. Hardbot noticed. Well, I could open Double Weaver. I think I still want the cage. Annoyingly, I see it in the hand with Weaver, so I'm only going to get to set aside 3. But so be it. Okay, let's take a Rustic Village now. And a Weaver and a Rustic Village. And I'm just going to keep clicking these for a second. Oh, right, I have to buy Guildhall. Let me not forget to do that. I will need some plan for getting to 5. Guildhall is not cost reduced because it's not a card. What did I set aside? I only set aside 1 estate. So I'm probably not super likely to hit 5 unless I add some amount of money. Oh, Weaver can also gain like distant lands and duchies and stuff here. That's pretty significant, isn't it? Maybe you have to use one of these to gain a skirmisher. Easy way to hit 5. Probably a little bit better than a silver if it's not coming with a coffer yet. Or maybe just Magnate? Magnate's a decent amount of draw. That'll probably get me to 5. Okay, Okay, Haunted Castle, a little bit scary. Seems like a good card here. The bot's already gained 3 victory cards. So battlefield points are gonna definitely split in the bot's favor. I could contest those here. Maybe I ought to. Take a distant lands or two. Now, at worst, the split goes 8-4. I don't know. I feel like I don't have the most coherent game plan. So the bottom card is my Magnate. So I'm gonna leave the Rustic Village on top. And I suppose one of the Keepers. Seems like a good set of cards to leave with a Magnate. It's gonna take 2 more villages. Okay, yeah, I feel like I should have had Guildhall sooner than I do. Probably. It's not the end of the world or anything, but this strategy feels like one that should be scoring a little bit sooner than I am. I'm contemplating taking a Skirmisher. Play the Skirmisher, play Weaver, gain another Skirmisher, be an easy way to get in an attack, which could potentially matter. Keep the bot away from King's Castle or Colony. I don't know, I'm indecisive and uh, switching between various things on a whim. At Guildhall, so no, I can probably start scoring. Oh, Sickness is active. I, I don't think at any point in this game did I register that there was a prophecy or that the Rustic Village would trigger a prophecy. Sickness is probably not all that bad, all things considered, for the Weaver strategy. I can just, what did I just do? I can just pitch 3 cards and trigger the Weavers. Hopefully this hits the bot harder than me. How does the bot have 33 points? That's a lot of points you got over there, hard bot. Oh, we managed to get King's Castle, yeah, off of, it's doing the Weaver Guildhall thing as well. I gotta be a little bit careful with piles then, because if Castle's empty and then 2 other piles empty, that's game, and I've got a lot of points to come back from. Taking another distant lands, I guess. Wouldn't mind another Magnate, except that with Sickness around, I don't think it's likely to draw that many cards. Yeah, goodness gracious. The bot is hitting price points just fine. About time for me to start taking silvers. I guess I'll buy a cage. It comes with a free coffer now. I don't think that cage is likely to last super long. Yeah, sad Magnate. I think I just want another cage. Not that the cages are super useful at this point, but they are coffers from Guildhall. Pitch a bunch, gain a bunch of silvers. How do you have 48 points for a duchy, and I can't tell what about the previous turn? What I'm doing here, quite a colony yet. This is also a tough decision. I could take a curse here. It's probably gonna be worth it. Draw some cards. That's an annoying draw. Oh well, let's just take the colony now. It looks like the boss just gonna rush down the duchies. At some point, it'll probably hit 9 for Grand Castle. And then all of a sudden, piles are looking worrisome. And why do I have both cages in the same hand. My deck is not thin. The odds of that really shouldn't have been all that high. I'll just pitch them anyway, it looks like. Or will I? Hmm. Yeah, probably. I was contemplating taking a curse, draw the curse, set aside 4 cards. And maybe that's correct. But also, I've only got the one magnate in the deck. My dream of like having a big hand full of coppers that turn to draw my magnate is not super likely. Uh, yeah, I think I'm just gonna pitch them. Weaver gained me another distant lands. Buy a silver. Gains 2 duchies. Kind of worried about lowering cages too much even. So let's copper. Right, duchy. And this will be another colony for me. Think it's worth taking a curse here, probably. And a skirmisher, trigger the attack. Skirmisher attack plus sickness either means the bot's forced to gain a curse or just has no turn whatsoever. Set aside all of this. If I'm not buying a colony this turn. This draw kind of sucks. Two silvers. Buy a copper. Oh, curses are going to run out too is also a threat. I'm catching up. Not sure it'll be fast enough, but we're getting somewhere. Trouble is I kind of want to gain more distant lands off of these weavers, but that's also threatening a low pile. Maybe I'm just getting estates. It's a bit lackluster, but it is points. Now it's probably just got to be 2 silvers, so I can hit colony more consistently. Quite there. I'll take a province for the time being. Or I don't think it helps me to take the Grand Castle. Obviously, denying it to the bot is something because the bot's got King's Castle and Small Castle, or not haunted, not small. Humble Castle is the $3 one. So this is gonna be like an $8 or 8 victory point castle for the bot, at a minimum. But I don't think it's worth it because it's also lowering pile. I don't want the piles to be lower than they have to be. Bot buys farm. Okay. To gain a curse here, probably not worth it. I guess we'll set these aside. I'm getting close. Once I play this, I'll be in colony range. Hmm. Just one more silver for the moment. Discard, discard, discard. Gain 2 silvers and still 1 coin shy. Do I want to burn some favors and buy a province? Think that's worth it. Getting there, slowly but surely. Take a curse here. Discard two. Oh, I could have discarded the Weaver as well. Not that it makes a difference, really. And my computer's about to die. I think I just gain a skirmisher here. The attack matters a lot. But I will buy a farm. It's points and it comes with a coffer. I'm probably not going to see the farm before the game ends, so the fact that it gives 2 coins is less relevant. It's the immediate coffer that I think matters here. And yeah, probably worth it to gain a curse, I think. I'll discard two. Pick me a province. Now, province here from the bot's kind of dangerous because I have to be able to province back. Because even with colony around, the game can't end on provinces. I think I'm just going to discard three. And purchase an estate or a silver. I think I value the copper more than the point. Let's gain a curse. And a colony. I think that should. I just forget how many points I had. I was not paying close enough attention to the points, apparently. I just assumed I was less than a colony behind, but apparently. Oh yeah, the Grand Castle is a whole lot of points. I didn't reevaluate the points after seeing the bot buy that. I was like, we're neck and neck. It bought something that must be less than a colony. So if I buy a colony, I win. But no, the Grand Castle, it's 500 zone, plus one from Humble Castle, plus two from the King's Castle, plus two more because they revealed an estate and a farm. That's 10 points right there. Plus I took a curse. So all that adds up to effectively more points than a colony. And yes, I had to not take that curse, which means I probably wouldn't have hit colony. So I was in a lot of danger actually, because I needed to hit colony or the bot was just going to do the curses. Uh, but yeah, I had no no idea I was just ending the game with a loss there. Oops a daisy.